Aaron Rodgers.
I wanted to talk about that. Yeah.
Go ahead. Aaron Rodgers deal got done. I mean, as much done as it can be done.
But this is what I've always been a huge Aaron Rodgers fan. My wife loves him. She always picks him first in the fantasy draft, no matter where she is. So, for him to bring Cobb back, that lets you know an athlete loves his teammate. And
it also points out that this was one of the problems that he was having. I want my guys. I want my receivers. You got to put some weapons around me.
Yeah, and it takes me back to, I'm not going to say what team, but it was one team I played for. After I left, it's like, man, we miss what you brought to the game. We miss, the ways you used to play. I'm like, well, damn it, you should have spoke up then. You should have went to management and said, hey, we need Rob, but you didn't.
Rockets. Sorry.
So you didn't. So don't complain. Don't complain to me. Don't cry those tears on someone else's shoulder, And for him to say, you know what, I'm going to get my guy. This is a guy I know he's catching 7% of the passes I throw to him, so I'm comfortable with him. He's a great leader in the locker room. This is my guy off the court. We can hang out, shoot the shit. So, kudos to Aaron Rodgers. He just went up another level on my meter, because for him to, go out and get his boy, a guy who's going to make him better as an individual. It's like, it's not about, this is about making me better, making the team better, because if I have these guys around me, if I have the tools I need to make the team better, to make me better, we're going to go places. So just say this, that's a lot of pressure on Cobb now.
Yes, there is. For me, and I know B-Dog's got an opinion, I don't like the way he did this, though. I mean, maybe your heart's in the right place and your end result, you got kind of what you were hoping to get out of it, at least enough to get your release next year and you get one more season. I get so frustrated with I want a new contract and I want this guy fired and I'm not coming to camp unless this happens. And I get that there's business reasons behind that. I just hate that mentality. I just don't like it. And I mean, he got what he wanted out of it, but I don't like the mentality.
That's this day and age, though. The athletes have all the power. The owners just sit back and, GM sit back. And
especially in Green Bay.
If you're that upper echelon type of player, generational type of player, you're going to pretty much get what you want.
Well, and Julio did that a few years ago with the Falcons. I know I have 2 years left on my deal, but I want a new deal. And it's like, oh, come on. I mean, all right, fine. You want a new deal. Maybe we work this out behind closed doors. We figure out a way to get you happy. But the minute you start stomping around and refusing to report to camp and I'm going to talk to the media or I'm not going to talk to anybody, I don't know.
Let me just say this. If you come into my camp and you got 2 years left on a deal you agreed to.
Yeah, don't bitch and moan. I don't want to hear it.
I'm not just talking about who. I'm talking about any athlete across the board.
You signed the deal.
As a GM owner, I'm like, man, you better get out of my office. You better come back next year. I'm like, you signed a deal. I said, what if you underperforming? Can I come to you and say, yo, man, you need to take a pay cut?
Hey, you didn't catch you didn't call up 3 touchdowns last year. We're going to go ahead and cut you down to
Yeah.
I think Green Bay finally realized what they have, or at least I think they realized what they have. They have a transcending talent at quarterback who for years, not just this past year, but for years has been frustrated with management. Now they don't have a sole owner, but they do have they have a president and they have a GM who make the decisions. And I think what they did was, in this whole staring off competition, Green Bay blinked. They said, okay, Aaron didn't get completely everything that he wanted, but the fact that I could get years knocked off my contract to where I could be a free agent possibly after this season, and I could possibly work out a situation where I get to go where I want to, dude, Green Bay folded. And they knew they had to fold.
They didn't have a choice.
Right. And because they knew when they were looking.
Jordan Love out there?
Exactly.
I mean, nothing against Jordan Love, but come on. When you got Aaron Rodgers sitting on the sidelines under contract, not playing. Oh, God.